What would be going on? Is this up or I don't know what is going on. All right. All right. Hello. What's up? Welcome to What the Fuck is Really Going On Tarot. Okay. Where I'm about to get all up in your business. All right. And tell you what the fuck is really going on. Like I had said, if you're new here, definitely make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you do not miss a thing. Definitely like your video to show love because this is all about you. And then when you're done with that, minutes over in VIP Patreon. Okay. That is where I'm spilling all the tea on breaking news, trending topics, everything you want to know about and get the inside psychic scoop on is in VIP Patreon. All right. If you need a personal, go ahead and reach out to me directly through VIP or through email. Okay, let's get to it. Let's look into the situation, your family situation right now. Okay, because I was getting some downloads over the weekend. I heard speculate you. Let's see. Hopefully that fixes itself while I get my incense together. Oh, it did. It did fix itself. Thank you for the like. All right. Hopefully it'll be cool, y'all. Okay? Because ain't nothing wrong with the internet. They just be hating. They be hating. They won't let me be great. Okay. So we're gonna look into some speculation, or people are speculating. All right. Here, let's see what about. I swear, if they didn't have, it's like, oh my mama, no matter what kind of incense holder you use, don't nothing work. Okay. Can anybody give me some recommendations? Put an Amazon link down in the bottom, girl. I am tired. I just feel like if they didn't have you to talk about, what would they talk about? Okay, here, because why are we speculating about you? I'm pretty sure you're minding your business, staying moisturized, drinking your water, getting paid. Okay, here, so let's see. This is family tea. What the fuck is really going on? Why they can't stop talking about you? What are they speculating about? I also heard the song. Look at all these rumors. Okay, rumors going on. All right, about you. Let's get the oracle energy to get the gist of it. All right. Well, look what we have here. A big fancy man. Okay, so this could be about your relationship. If you have a relationship, if you're married in a relationship, somebody that you are dating, all right? Somebody may feel like who you're dating are entertaining, or you married up, okay, here, or you have somebody that is quality, okay? I also feel like, on a side note, people feel like you think you're big shit, like, oh, here she come with she or he, they think they all that, they popping in big stuff. Maybe you got a good job, maybe you got a good bank account, 401k or something like that, but it's giving me very much, okay, like, oh, you fancy, huh? You fancy now. Ever since you got married, ever since you got that job, ever since you got that promotion, ever since, oh, you think you big shit, you popping big shit. I don't think you're any of that, all right? But it's kind of this energy every time you come around. It's just like, well, look at her, look at her. Well, oh, they here now. You're like, what is going on? I'm just here to bring the motherfucking potato salad, all right? So there may be some envy surrounding, all right? Somebody is pocket watching. That's what they get. Maybe they're down on their luck, bad times, but somebody has this energy like, oh, you think you all that, or you got a new man, he think he all that. Somebody, girl, who is this? All right. Family, speculating, okay, speculating, talking big shits, all right, here. And I feel, girl, it's giving constipation, all right. Somebody is pressed at the thought that things are going well for you, things are going smooth for you, okay. They make it real screwed up in the face, okay, when you come around. And I really a tea, okay. Yeah. Somebody talks about you so much to the point that they may even have spittle, all right, coming out. Like they can't wait. That your name is like literally always on the tip of their tongue. So much so they get so carried away when it comes to talking about you, or or spilling some gossip, tea, rumors, whether it's relevant or not, that they damn near, you know how somebody talks and they kind of spit. Somebody's like, whoa, but that's how I don't know if the word is excited or obsessed. Okay. They get when talking about you. T, their name could begin with a T. All right. Here, they feel small and insignificant. All right. When it comes to you. All right. Here's something about your lifestyle makes them feel like you hear big things popping. Again, somebody like, oh, you big shit, you big Hollywood, you big. I don't think you're any of that, but it's the fact that you feel this way. Okay. Here, right? I feel like because you aren't giving as much to the situation, okay, or the relationship, maybe the family dynamics. I heard, oh, you ain't coming around it. Are they too good to come around? They too good, or they think they this, they think they that. All right. A lot of this, okay, spill the beans. Yeah, like somebody can't wait to like spill the beans, but I don't feel like they really have any intel, okay, about you. They may hear like a little shard of something, but then they take that and kind of run with it in the hopes, okay, somebody like really just be shitting on your name, okay, here, because they have this impression that you think that you're better than everybody. So any chance they get to talk shit about you, it makes them feel important. It makes them feel superior. It makes them feel like they still have some kind of control over, your life or your say so. You could have separated from this person. You know, those family dynamics where the grandma, the mom, the auntie, usually people go to them for advice, and, they're used to telling people what to do. Or, oh, you need to get this job. Oh, you need to go over there. And, you finally got to the point where you realize that the family dynamic or the relationship wasn't necessarily about love or nurturing, but how they could kind of control and dictate you. And every time you went outside of whatever advice, or whatever they were telling you to do with your life, because you only have one, then that's where the energy switch up. That's where the attitude came from. That's what I'm getting here. All right. Yeah, the planet. Somebody also wants to destroy your proximity to like the family group and dynamic, or maybe even just your position you're holding, okay, in the family dynamic. So a lot of this gossip, a lot of this backbiting is in an effort to make others within your family group or structure, okay, distance themselves for you. Somebody may even be saying, like, again, oh, you're ruining the legacy, you're ruining the name. Mind you, they ain't built nothing. Mind you, they're complaining because allegedly you think you're a big shit. You think you're a big shot, but apparently somehow you're destroying the legacy, or making the family look bad. Again, you haven't, I don't think you've said shit the whole time, right? But here they are. All right. Here we have the Russians. Okay, I heard they spy like the Russians are right here. Somebody may be foreign, okay? Or I just feel like the behavior, who you are, who you have ascended into, grown up, all right? Just your attitude, your behavior is foreign, all right? Everyone usually falls in line, all right? This person is whoever this family member or this elder is, they're used to, again, having people kind of bow down to them, and being able to dictate people's destiny, all right? But I feel like you stepped out of that, and so now it's kind of like you're a disruptor, or you're over there doing this and that, okay? um Going outside of this kind of family hierarchy is foreign, all right? You're the first of your kind to do this, okay, is what I am getting here. All right. Yes, it seems like somebody is very, very interested in maintaining toxic patterns, okay? Toxic generational curses and structures within the family. And the fact that you have separated yourself, you have went your own way, okay, you have carved your own path. You're kind of burning up, setting aflame, all right, those generational curses that may have perpetuated since your grandfather or before your great great grandfather. I feel like your ancestors are proud of you for destroying these toxic generational, okay, curses, all right, here. I feel like that's why, whoever this person is, they really have a problem with you because you didn't go along to get along. You didn't go with the whole, oh well, we're family, or we're family. Not if you're acting like that, not if you're betraying me, not if you're talking shit about me, not if you're dogging me out. Okay, we are in fact not family. And I feel like there may be a grandfather here that has a distinctive smell. Maybe they smoked a pipe or something like that, or a cigar, wore a certain cologne. They may have even have a military background, fought in the war. That being said, I feel like this ancestor is very proud of you. Yes, for burning down and dismantling these toxic generational curses. So again, they don't pass down to your children. All right. You really can't be responsible for anyone else. But I feel this ancestor is saying, at least I know that you have some common sense. You have more common sense than the other family members who just didn't question anything and just kind of went along with things that they knew were wrong, that they knew were toxic, right? And this person has a problem with you because you won't indulge, you won't play their stupid games, all right, here with this back and forth, okay? And so this is why they're going around spreading this fake news, okay, about you, things that they could and never would be able to say to your face, but they're trying to attach to your character because they don't have anything else to kind of grasp onto. Happy birthday. Some of you are turning 40, all right? Here, a lot of these people are stuck. A lot of these people are stagnant, all right? I heard spiritually, and it's the fact maybe you don't look your age or your wage, or there's something about that, all right, here. And what a lot of these people don't realize is these generational curses that they refuse to address and break ends up perpetuating that toxic cycle and cursing their children and the grandchildren. I feel like you were the only one to really step outside of that. And now everyone, yes, has their panties in a bunch when it comes to you. Okay. A lot of these people dying of old age, in their old age, stuck in their old ways, and their whole claim to fame, all right, is the fact that you didn't stick around and you didn't adhere to the bullshit like everyone else. You didn't obey, all right? What is there to obey, all right? Here, why would I obey something that is detrimental to my very existence, all right? Here, I feel like you had the courage, all right, to do things different. You had the courage to heal, all right, at least your section of the family tree lineage, right? I heard something the other day on it was probably Instagram or something, but the young lady said something to the effect of, you know, your family that's not necessarily your family, that's your mother and father's family, okay, or whatever, that's their brothers and sisters, and that's their, kind of like, yeah, they may be your aunties, but that those people basically belong to your mother and father. And if they haven't been particularly, you know, if they haven't offered anything to you, life preserving or anything, then that's where you cut the cord. You are responsible for your family. You and, if you're a single mom, your family starts with you and your children. If you go off and get married, your family, okay, your family dynamic structure, your legacy begins with you and your husband, okay? A lot of people stay in these toxic family dynamics and cycles to their own detriment and end up cursing their seed because they refuse, okay, to address, all right, the toxicity, all right? Suffering in silence. I'm hearing a lot of these people wanted you to suffer in silence and not call them out on their bullshit, all right? But what happens when your children watch and bear witness to that? That teaches them not to hold people accountable. And you may have been the first one in your generation, okay, to break this toxic cycle. What is the real issue? They saying you're big shit popping. You think you're the shit. You think a lot of shit talking here. All right. They are mad that you walked away. Okay. Somebody is mad because I'm hearing their word no longer holds any weight with you ever since this separation, ever since you broke up. Somebody could even be blaming you for breaking up the family because you wouldn't just go along to get along. But I'm hearing with this high priestess card, you knew better. You may have even tried to tell people better, a better way, okay? Way to evolve, heal, ascend, all right? And people decided to stick with what they know, and it's costing a lot of them right now. Another thing that they have a problem with, you think you're too good, you think you're the shit, oh, you don't come around here no more. They got that big fancy house, they married, they got that big job, they traveling, who they think, oh, they too good for us now. No, you just have boundaries now. You just have boundaries and you know better, okay, here with this hangman energy. You have a different perspective. You learned the lesson. You looked at history. You looked at your father. You looked at your mother. You looked at, okay, and you're giving me advice, but what do you have to show? What receipts do you have to back up the advice that you're giving me? Because when I look at your life, okay, it's not given that you have room to say or talk anything. You haven't. What have you built? What have you? Who are you to tell me not to start a business? Who are you to tell me not to go for it? Who are you to tell me you haven't done anything but stay stuck, stagnant, and comfortable? Okay, with what you have, and so I feel like that's the biggest thing here is that you have strong boundaries, that you were bold enough to step out on faith, and God has rewarded you for that. All right. And the evidence of that is all over your life. Okay. They're able to look at your life, they're able to look at you and see the results of you following your own intuition. All right. Not taking their toxic advice. You effectively broke those cycles. All right, and changed, all right, the will, the destiny for future generations, all right? And this is really why they are mad. They see people celebrating you. Your ancestors are celebrating you for closing, okay, this toxic cycle of shame and silence, okay? Of brokenness, all right? Maybe you expose a lot of things with that high priestess energy, right? Maybe you challenge the status quo. You challenge the thought process, all right, here. And this is really why they got a problem with you. All right. This is why they keep coming against you. And I don't feel like you fight fire with fire. All right. Here, a lot of these people are going to be coming back after the fact, after taking that toxic person's side against you. They're going to be offering, okay, an apology because they're going to be able to look over their life and see everything that they have reaped by staying in this toxic dynamic instead of maybe following the very valuable advice that you gave them, okay? That very well, could have, I just feel like you tried to help a lot of people and they just, yeah, whatever. And you were doing this thing out of love and out of the kindness of your heart. And then they were going back to the family dynamic, like, yeah, girl, she was telling me I should do this and that, but She thinks he think he's smart. She thinks blah blah blah. And you were like seriously trying to help this person. Fast forward either now or years later, they're going to come back to you and apologize and be like, you know what? If I wasn't so stubborn, if I wasn't so immature, if I wasn't so ignorant, if I really would have just took the advice you were giving to me when you were trying to help me, I'd be better off now. A lot of people, you warned them, you gave them direction, you gave them guidance. And instead of following that guidance and direction, they went back to the family dynamic, went back to the family group chat, they went back to the family huddle and talked shit about you, talking about some, oh yeah, she thinks she give advice. He thinks da 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 da. When the whole time God was using you as an intercessor to break those generational curses. Okay, this is the gossip currently surrounding you and your family dynamics. So if you're wondering, you showing up and they looking funny and they moving funny, a lot of it, this is why. Okay, someone has lost their position. A lot of people, again, a toxic, it could be a toxic aunt or something like that, or grandmother, mother-in-law. I feel like after somebody has run your name through the mud so much, but now time has passed and people are able to look at you and people are able to look at them and kind of see like, damn, we was talking, we was running their name through the dirt, and look at what God is doing in their life. Look at how God is keeping them. Look at how God is blessing them. And here we are. They ran off the one person that was there to basically save the legacy, save and change for generations to come, the cycle, so you guys could have something. Now they're at family picnics and dinner mad because that one light worker, the one family member that was there to help heal, they have run off, all right, with their toxic ways, all right? So hopefully you receive it. Let me know. Of course, if you need a personal reading, all right, reach out to me through email. This is what the fuck is really going on in your family dynamic right now. The reason why they're talking shit is because that's all they can do. They ain't got nothing else going on. All right. I'll see you next time. One popping big shit. Ain't nothing shit popping. Okay.